Hi. So this question is asking you to read a couple statements and see if they describe chemical or physical properties. So first, let's start with A, which states oxygen gas supports combustion. So how do we know if something is a chemical or physical property? Well, a chemical property is a property that is revealed when a substance undergoes its change in its identity or its chemical composition. And a physical change is just the exact opposite, a property that you can see when there is no change in the identity of the substance. So let's look at this here. Is oxygen gas supports combustion. So combustion, that's burning, right? That is fire. That is you're changing the identity. When you burn something, the identity of the substance changes. So therefore, this is a chemical property. Basically, anything with combustion is a chemical property because combustion very much changes the identity of substances. So let's look at part B. Fertilizers help to increase agricultural production. So let's look at what's involved here. Here we have agricultural production, right? And fertilizers is just helping to increase that. So are we looking at a change in the substance? I would say yes, right? Because when you grow something, when you add fertilizer to something to help it grow, you're changing the compound so that it can produce more efficiently. So this would be a chemical property here. Okay. And let's look at part C. Part C, we have water boils below 100 degrees Celsius on top of a mountain. Now, water boiling is the thing that we're looking at here. Is water boiling a physical or chemical change? Is the identity of the substance changing? No, right? If you boil water, it's just changing its physical state. It's becoming gas, but it's still water. There is no change in the identity of the substance. So therefore, we're looking at a physical property. Okay. Now let's look at part D. Lead is denser than aluminum. So denser. So these are just properties of two elements, right? Is there any change happening here? Are these elements changing at all? Are they interacting at all? No, right? This is just a physical property of the element. There is nothing changing here. They're not interacting. The lead is not decaying into aluminum or something like that. So this is just a physical property. This is just something that can describe the element without changing it. So physical property. Okay, let's look at part E. Sorry, let's look at part E. So part E is uranium is a radioactive element. So what's being involved here? Radioactive, right? Radioactive decay. Now, radioactive decay, if you don't know what that is when an element breaks down because it is emitting over time, because it is emitting charged particles and energy. So uranium, if you just leave it, it releases radiation. It releases charged particles and energy. And maybe you've heard of that in terms of radioactive like illness and stuff like that, right? So if something is losing energy and losing particles, would you say that it is changing its identity? Or would you say it's undergoing chemical change? Yes, right? So this is a chemical property because uranium, as it decays, is losing energy and losing particles. So this is a chemical property. I hope this was helpful and allowed you to understand physical and chemical properties a little bit more, and especially with these types of questions that allow you to problem solve. So thanks for listening and have a nice day.